Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another fun-filled week of the Grumpy Vlogger. Yay! Okay, in
Yay!
case you guys haven't figured out, I'm doing a fun and welcome to
I'm do-
another
I'm doing a
fun-filled
mark.
Mike Mark
Vlogger.
thing. Yay! Okay, in
Yay!
case you feedback, so I'm going to step out of here and let my co-host up there take care of everything because I've got to come back in on uh
Mhm.
my other on my computer because I was having volume problems. So I think it's working now. So I'll be right back. We'll find
All
out.
right.
Okay, so
Alrighty.
let's take over.
Alrighty. So, hey, welcome everybody in the chat. Good to see you. We've already got, we're starting off. We got a good crowd. It's going to build up over time. And welcome. Dominic, good to see you. The weather here, nice today. We were in the 40s, and I think by the end of the week we may hit 60.
Yeah, well,
So,
we're currently 60 after having 105 yesterday.
ooh,
Yeah.
scorcher, boy! It rarely ever gets that hot, but we've been, pretty close to 105 here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's nice to have nice weather, and I'll be able to do some overtime on Saturday
Oh,
for a
okay.
change. Let's say hello to the folks in the chat. We got Jody, Drone Shots. Good to
Mm-hmm.
see you. Steve Janess, welcome. And hey, somebody is back. There he
He's back.
is.
Yes, and I am on my PC. That just
Oh, great.
There you go. We were saying hi to everybody in the chat, and
okay.
Scott do and Bryan, Waypoint, New England, and Brenda,
Hello,
Sunstar.
Brenda.
Now,
Hey,
Scott, are you going to
Brenda.
be down there at South Florida Drone Meetup this year? I think I've already asked you this, but you probably answered me once. But anyways, answer me again because I forgot.
We got Jody, Drone Shots. We got Don, Mudball. And we got Bill, who was first.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bill was first. I saw that.
No.
Good. Good
You know,
for
I
him.
sent out the links to everybody, but I actually forgot to schedule the show.
I kind of noticed that, and I'm like,
Yeah, and it's
when's
been
the show?
downhill ever since. 'Cause- Because then I came in here and I thought I want to make sure I've got the right thing up there. So I clicked the link that I sent to you, Art, and but what it did is it opened up my friggin' Microsoft Edge. Well, I didn't have
Ooh.
all of so I had to go into that. And then I was getting feedback because I forgot when I initially set it up, I was doing it on my iPhone. So I was in there twice. It took me about 20 minutes just to figure out why the hell. And then I lost my audio because
Oh, my. And then we got Mel, MKRC. Good
Hey,
to see
Mel.
you, Mel.
hey Mel,
Charles Skoleski. Yeah. So we were talking about the weather, how it was nice and sunny here today. We were in the 40s. Nice. Where yesterday, I think we were in the 20s.
yeah,
No? Yeah. It was
yesterday
cold.
was bitter cold here.
Yeah.
Son and I went out yesterday for dinner, and it was, oh my god, it was and from the time we got out and left the house, then got over to the restaurant, and then went inside. It was already starting to get cooler. Came back out of the restaurant after
Again.
eating, and oh my god, it was like it dropped 20 degrees.
No.
And the wind was straight out of the north. Today was really nice. I've got because I had to do some running today, and no, Mel, I didn't get that taken care of. I'll explain that to you in a text later. But anyways, so but I had to go pick up some things at the store today, and then it was nice enough that I actually went outside. I've got
Thomas.
let's see,
Thomas?
out of here. Anyways, my son's been he's been installing some new video cameras at his place, and mine are outdated and they're not working most of the time. So I started looking around and I found the Blink,
Yes.
and it comes with a module that allows me to store everything on a thumb drive, USB thumb drive, and and I got a 5-pack of cameras plus the doorbell, and two modules. So I have the cameras on one of the modules, storage modules. So everything on that thumb drive will be strictly for that camera. And then I got this handy dandy little device here that basically all it is a plastic. It's a plastic thing that holds that module, and then you can plug it in, and it just, you don't have cords hanging out. You don't just you plug it right into the wall, and it makes it easier instead of having to plug the USB thing in and then have it. There's nowhere to mount it, so that those were like $6.
Oh, cool.
So
Cool. We got Grant.
Okay. All right. Scott says he's not. Well, I hate to hear that, man. Second cancer surgery, time to heal.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah, that's not
well,
good.
Soon, Scott.
Yeah, Scott, you'll be in my prayers. I will do that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get to see some of the guys that I didn't get to see. I'm going to get to meet, like Dennis Lovelady. He's going to be there. And I've never met him before.
Yeah, he'd be one person I'd love to meet.
Yeah. You're quite welcome, Scott.
Yeah.
And Bob Casey will be there, but I've met him before.
Yeah, met him. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So there's 3 or 4 others that's going to be there that I didn't see the last time because for whatever reason. So I'm getting kind of looking forward to that right now. But,
yeah, good.
So it don't seem like it's only been a week since Inauguration Day.
Yeah.
Feels longer.
Well, I mean, it's gone so much has happened, and it's just it's really, really strange. To me, it's all for the positive. Maybe not everybody will agree with that, but I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. I noticed it's just a change of attitude with people now.
Yeah. How about that president of Colombia?
Yeah.
Didn't take him long, did it?
Yeah. Hey, we're not going to accept your planes here. Oh, yeah?
The terrifying.
A 25%
FPV. Yeah, it didn't take long.
Yeah, got him.
Yeah, so and hello Brenda and all of you guys that Art took care of that for me because because I was having problems at the last minute. Everything just went to crap all of a sudden. It's like, because it was at 6:30, I realized I hadn't even scheduled the show yet. I'd sent out all the links, but I hadn't scheduled the show. I'm like, I think I forgot to do that, because I usually do it right after I get off the show. I schedule it for the next week.
Well, with StreamYards, when you set up a show, it automatically sets it up in YouTube.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But I use a recurring studio.
Oh, that's right.
That's why your link is always the same.
There you go.
I just send you the links, but you don't have, if I forget to send you the link, just click on the week before, because that's what I'm using. So I still have to schedule the show each week. And even though I was able to, and that's why I was able to send you out the links, because I had the studio set up. I just didn't have it scheduled. I have to physically come in and schedule it each week. And I just forgot to last week. And last week and weekend was kind of, because Monday would have been Judy's 76th birthday. So, by the time I got off here on Monday, I just wasn't really playing with a full deck. So, but, and I'm exhausted. I was up and down all night. I talked to Mel we talked about 2 hours last night.
Wow.
And I said, man, I've got to get off. I'm I got off of Paul's show because I was tired.
Uh-huh.
And all I've done is yawn for 4 days, and I haven't slept but about 3 hours during all of that. Yeah. I got off of Uncle Bill's show,
Yeah, that's
because
right.
and I did go to sleep, but it was tossing and turning. And
Yeah,
so I'm going to talk with the doctor about something
yeah.
I mean, I'm taking melatonin, but it's getting to the point where it's just not even phasing me.
Yes, I'm having the same issue. My issue now is with the CPAP machine, and I gotta adjust the pressure because what's happening is I guess I'm breathing through my mouth or something because I'm drooling in the middle of the night, and I wake up and I'm like, oh, why is my chin wet? And I'm cold and wet.
Hello,
And
Captain
Joe?
Joe.
Captain Joe, yeah.
And
And we got Jim, and we got
yeah,
Jaybird.
Jaybird. Yeah, I saw Joey was there.
So I got to figure out what, So I went online to find out what was causing that, and I go, I was just getting over a cold, so that might have had
Yeah.
something to do with, with the plugged up nose. It's probably causing that, and I'm like, I never had that kind of problem before.
Right. Yeah.
So it's
My CPAP machine is down the hallway in this really fancy, nice bag. I'm thinking about taking the machine out, throwing it away, and keeping the bag. I don't use that CPAP machine. It just because once I lost all the weight that I had on me, I quit snoring.
oh well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. What model did you get? Did you get the
I don't know.
Resonate?
It had a couple saber-tooth squirrels in there that ran around the cage that kept it pumping,
Oh, okay.
It's one of them, I got it 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. It's probably the same old one that I had. And I finally retired that when I got a newer model.
Yeah. It comes down to this. I'm at that age. If I die in my sleep, that's God's choice, not mine. And if he decides to take me on, so be it. I mean, I'm not ready to go by any means. Let's put it this way. I'm not going to help out,
Right.
But on the other hand, if wearing one of them, it comes down to quality of life. And if I've got to wear one of those contraptions, then, it's just not worth it. I tried it for about 6 months, and it was the most miserable 6 months. And I had a really nice, comfortable mask. I just couldn't stand the damn thing.
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to it, and but I noticed, hey, I'm getting better sleep, and I'm not, as sleepy during the day, and I feel better, and wish I could lose some weight, and that probably help a lot of.
Yeah, well, that's
I just
me.
need
I
to
lost.
be more active, and I'm just.
Yeah, I got one of them damn watches that tells me when it's time to stand up. Like you've been
Yeah.
sitting. Oh,
Mine says time to exercise.
Yeah.
It'll give me like 2.
Mine says like you're almost there to complete that circle. Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know.
shut the hell up. Leave me alone. Quit bothering me.
I got the older version. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like but yeah, it's like I just ignore it. Because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm in the shape I'm in because I probably haven't lived my life as good as I should. See, I'm yawning again. I'm drinking some coffee.
Yeah, I can't drink any coffee or soda.
I couldn't, but that could be what's keeping me awake too. A couple nights ago, man, it's like yeah, I know I'm getting a little long and shaggy there, but
yeah.
I'm trying to get it long enough so I can wear a man bun when I go to South Florida. That would be hilarious. Yeah, no, it ain't gonna happen. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I forgot what I was going to say. Well, my health is what it is. I deal with it and I move on.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
but yeah, having to get up. One night I had to. It's like every time I rolled over, it's like, oh crap, I got to get up and go to the bathroom again. It's like, really? Come on, man.
I haven't had that problem
You'll
in a
bring your
while.
clippers. Gabriel says he'll bring his
There you
clippers.
go. Let's see. What's I gonna say? Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, that's a good
that's
subject.
it. That's how
Yep.
tired I am today.
Yeah.
Been
Yeah,
up
well-
since after 2, and
Oh my God, I'm doing it again. Damn it.
go, damn it.
Oh man, I just can't. I just, we're only 15 minutes in this show and we're already boring
Yeah,
ourselves to tears.
Yeah, already gone. Yeah.
It's
ready
like,
for a nap.
yeah, Charles is going to have to come on and get us woke up. He's got to
Yeah,
come
time-
on.
time for
there
nap.
you go.
Yeah, so hurry up with your dessert, Charles. We need you. We're
Yeah.
dying here, literally.
We got Joel, Skyfly FPV.
Well, I said it. Oh, it is. I thought it was Shifty FPV.
It's Shifty FPV.
It's Shifty
Oh,
FPV. It's
it
not
is
Skyfly.
Shifty. Oh, so that's somebody else. So
Yeah.
who is that, Dominic? Shifty.
Just gone. Eric?
He
Eric?
says you can start giving Colorado facts because you've done that before. Yeah. So, but I will say this much: we've had I'm pretty proud of Mark Wayne Mullen, who's our senator now,
Yeah.
and he's really.
It is Eric. Okay.
It is Eric.
Eric.
Okay.
Okay.
That was
I
just
probably
the first
I
name
know
that
I have
came
it
to
on my
mind.
list. It's just my mind was going.
I went to say it's Eric, and then I went, maybe it isn't. No,
Oh yeah,
I shouldn't doubt myself.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. Both of our senators are two of the wimpiest senators Colorado's ever had.
Well, I know that they're doing a lot of they're. I've watched like Wizards of Waverly Place that had Selena Gomez and a couple of the movies she was in, and she was enjoyable to watch. I watched her interview where she said she made Justin Bieber cry. I thought that was hilarious.
That's a good start. Yeah.
Because
now
they were
she
going
made
out.
herself cry.
Yeah, and then she does that crap. She's a good actress. I'll give her that much. She also took it down,
Yeah, that's right. I think
it's like
her fans probably said, "Knock it off."
it was pretty much that. Yeah, I'm sure of it because
or
I guess
manager.
you're not allowed to have
How about
another
them
opinion.
drones?
So it's like this just shows you how far out of touch these people are. Some of these celebrities are with what the people have asked for. That we're not getting anything that and just common sense is all we needed. That's
And she's from Texas.
Huh?
She's from Texas.
Well, yeah.
And she's one crying.
Eric, the first weekend in April, South Florida has a drone meetup, and it's gotten to be a pretty big deal. I went last year.
Mhm.
It was about 2.5, 3 weeks after I lost my wife, and so I just wasn't quite in the frame of mind I should have been. And it's coming up on a year now, and I'm doing a lot better. And so I wanted to go back out there at least to see some of the people I didn't get to meet the last time. But it's in I'm coming in. I'm going into West Palm Beach, so it's down in that area. I'm gonna be about an hour from there. It's Jensen Beach is where it's at. Jensen Beach, over on the Florida between what's was it West Palm Beach and
Yep.
Fort Lauderdale?
No, Fort Lauderdale's further south.
Oh, is it further south? Okay.
It's up there by Fort St. Lucie.
Fort St. Lucie. Yeah.
Stewart is the other
Well,
place.
and here's the thing: if you look for Uncle Bill's Toys, he's one.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's who I'm staying with, and I will be doing a show down there.
He's the
But Bill Ronayne, Uncle Bill's Toys, he will be live streaming it on Saturday, so it'll be going all day long on Saturday. They have some really nice prize giveaways, and it's just, to be honest with you, there's some flying that goes on, some drone flying, but most of it's standing around BSing for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's easily done.
You know, and when you got, and I don't know, I think I'm like, I think he said I was like number 150 or something like that.
So, oh wow, that's pretty good crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be bigger this year than it was last year.
Oh, that's good.
So that's what it is, Eric. It's a chance to meet all of the guys that or a lot of the guys that are out here in the drone YouTube world. And so I will probably do, like I said, I'll do my live stream on Monday night because I'll be there. That's what I did last year. And I'm coming in on Friday afternoon, but I'm not leaving out until Tuesday morning. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, my boys thought it was a good idea they thought it was a good idea last year, but I was okay with it, and I did enjoy myself, but I was just it was too soon, but I needed it. But now it's like that looks like 160 millimeters. I don't know. It's they're called 100s. I don't know what their actual length is, but I'm really huh? Yeah, they might be 100 millimeters. So I don't know. But anyways, I'm really considering, because I'd probably be very wealthy if I quit smoking.
Yeah, you probably will, and then you could buy more drones and RC cars.
Well, I tell you what, I could probably at least buy the Mini.
Yeah, there you go.
Just for a month's supply of cigarettes. If I quit smoking for a month, I could afford a Mini.
Yeah.
If I quit for 2 months, I could probably get a what's the other one? The Air 4.
Air 3.
Actually, you probably could get a Mavic 4 Pro if you gave up smoking.
Yeah, because I'm not even going to tell you how much it is for a carton of cigarettes right now.
It'd be cheaper over there than over here, I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
How about a carton of eggs? Boy, they've gone.
Oh, they're expensive,
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I heard somebody ask on the interview today about all this stuff that's supposed to be happening, and, when are we going to see it in our pocketbook? Well, it has to take time because, the fuel costs have to start coming down. Once it's cheaper to deliver it to the stores, with luck, the stores will drop the prices. They may not. That's when it's up to the consumer to say, hey, we know it's not costing you that much.
Yeah.
So,
well, here in Colorado, we don't have that say because we can only get cage-free eggs. So instead of letting the market work where we could decide, I'd rather have cage-free eggs because, their eggs are actually better because the yolks are more orange instead of yellow. And, but no, our Democrats here said, we got to listen to these animal rights people. We can't have these chickens and coops and, or sedans. So they gotta be free range.
I mean, is it like, what, do the chickens have a union now? Are they represented by the ACLU or what the hell?
They do have a union. It's called CPA or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, like
And
people
PETA.
eating tasty animals. Yeah,
Yeah,
that group. Yeah,
that's right. And well, also we had a case of the bird flu going around.
Yeah, I
They
know.
killed a
well,
lot
now
of
that has been an on again, off again problem, and I think they
right.
were worried that it was jumping species, so they decided to butcher a whole bunch of chickens. So,
Mm-hmm.
which is good for Colonel Sanders. That means he's got a lot of
Yep.
surplus now. So,
Yeah.
so you
And
expect Colonel Sanders prices to go down.
fires
Yeah,
and churches,
I bet there's
chicken.
people in this chat that don't know who Colonel Sanders is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They just know it as KFC, but.
Yeah.
Yes, and I need to correct something because I talk about going to see all the guys that you get to see on YouTube, meeting them, and the gals, as
Yeah.
Brenda pointed out. So,
Mm-hmm.
and Brenda lives
I
over on
met
the
Deneen last time there.
Mm.
Deneen and a few other
Barclay.
female.
Genesee. I met her last.
Yeah.
I don't. I may have. I
Alexis.
think I did meet her
Yeah,
down there.
yeah,
With the
I met her.
Or
And
has Alexis been black banned after her commentary?
yeah, bird flu,
She,
and
has
everybody's
she
got
been
a flu nowadays.
blacklisted?
But
Mhm.
There's an uptick
they
in
usually
crude oil
take
exported Australia.
golf trips. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm unsure about how to answer that question.
Oh, has Dom noticed an uptick in criminally exported Australians?
Ah,
In other
okay.
words, have you guys been throwing out your criminals, or have you been sending them
Yeah.
over here? That's the problem. They'd have to throw out half the
Yeah.
half of the
They've been
nation.
Oh yeah.
stealing
Well,
all the Vegemite.
yes.
Yeah, all the Vegemite robberies here in the U.S.
Yeah.
Well,
That's probably
yeah,
why.
yeah. Well, I mean, when you consider, if they go by their background, well, okay, criminal. Nope, you were born here. Criminal.
Mm-hmm.
But I think England quit shipping to Australia a few years back. Finally,
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
only a
few.
couple of years ago.
a couple
Yeah.
years ago. Yeah, like what, about 120 years ago or so?
I reckon. Yeah. I reckon it was 80 years. I reckon they did it for.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah.
quote me on that, but I reckon it's about
Yeah.
80 years.
Yeah.
It was into the 1860s, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I was under probably Victoria.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
I
think
know
when
that they were shipping them under King James. They were shipping them to before William and Mary. They were shipping them to Jamaica or to the Caribbean, the Caribbean, so that they could either
Caribbean.
the Caribbean, which is all of the Caribbean islands or Caribbean islands, or however you want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Same place they go to wash their dishes, Anyways, just
Worse. Yeah.
bite me, okay?
Yeah.
Say it the way I damn well please. Anyways, I actually I wore my jacket today. It says, "I'm a grumpy old vet. I do what I want." So
Mm.
my kids got
Mhm.
that for me. People kept saying, "You're really grumpy." I said, "Well, my kids got this for me, so I must be." So
Mm.
guy did. I run into another old vet there. I had to go down to Lowe's to pick up a couple of things, and while I was there, the guy saw my shirt and he said, I like your hoodie." We got to talking. I said, "Yeah, my kids." I said, "It's funny though. They didn't give this to me till after they got their Christmas presents, and then this is what they gave me." He says, "You know what is a good idea?" And he says, "I've done it." He says, "Just get you a box or two and put some wood and paper and fill it with just burnable stuff. Fill the box up, close it up, wrap it, put the names of your kids on there, put it under the tree. And if they're little shits," he says, "you just grab the box, throw it in the fireplace, and set it on fire." He says, "Put 2 or 3 under there for them. And after you burn a couple of them, you say, now just remember, there's one more under there with your name on it." I thought, man, that is a genius. I wished I'd have thought of that when my grandkids were little. But Judy wouldn't have let me do it because she spoiled the grandkids. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
but, anyways, but yeah, so So, anyways, so that's like I said, I got one of my cameras up today because it was warm enough after I got back from Lowe's. That I was able to put one up, and it's working. And I got my doorbell up Saturday,
Oh,
and
good.
before it turned off too cold.
Mm.
But that's a 5-pack of cameras, so I still got. I got to take the old ones down because this will make the third set of cameras I've had up over the years, and I haven't taken down any of them yet. So I think I need to take a couple of those work down, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're decent cameras. They've got a good picture quality, and they got nice night vision, and they work with. And that's another thing I got to go back, and I bought Judy an Alexa and an Echo View. I think it's an 8-inch Echo View, so that she could talk with me on the phone. I could call her, and all she had to do was hit the button, and we could talk while I was out shopping and stuff. And so this will work. So I just got to go in and get it and bring it. Although it works on my tablet, my phone too. So I don't. But I thought
Cool.
I'm just going to set my View up just as a camera monitor. So
Cool.
anyway, so but yeah, what else? Man, we still got 30 minutes to kill. Charles, what's up with you?
Just working my butt off, and weather's been nice. It looks like it's going to get.
But that's all right.
Oh,
Go ahead,
wow.
Art.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. It's never mind. Never mind.
For a moment, I thought Lloyd was just,
I
having
thought
a
Having a
senior
crack.
gentleman's moment.
Now I said Charles, but Art is.
Yeah, I
Art
thought you said.
He's hard of hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also an attention whore. So,
go ahead.
well, not much. Just got back home from Monday grocery shopping a couple hours ago.
Okay. Well,
Good.
And Lloyd, I love you, man, but you're not Toshiro Mifune. You can't wear a man bun.
Yeah, I don't think I will, but it is
Yeah.
getting kind of it's I haven't had it cut in March it'll be a year since I got a haircut, so I just
Wow.
yeah.
Get a mullet. There you go.
Well, I could just about I just got this shaved on the side. I'd have a mullet because I mean it's hanging down on my collar. The funny thing is I have naturally curly hair. So in the past, when I was younger, this length of hair would have been an afro that kind of does the whole wave thing, and it would be about that big. I mean, I wore one in high school, and to my mother's chagrin, I had an afro, and this is back when they still had baccalaureate services, and you were there and you pinned a rose on your mother, all that stuff, and so I'm at baccalaureate and I've got on my cap and my gown, but my cap was about a foot taller than everybody else's because it was sitting up on top. It was sitting there bouncing around on my afro. My mother's like, "Oh my God." And when Judy and I got married, which I've shown that picture before, that was all natural. But in about the last 2.5, 3 years, it started going straight, and now it's just it's just hanging down straight back there now. I can so it's wavy, but it's nothing like it used to be. I used to have, like I said, naturally curly hair. I look like a poodle.
Okay.
Poodle that was needing a hair trim. So yeah. So as I said, this is the longest I've gone.
Go for that pompadour look.
Yeah, well, I've got that I could do that, or the ducktail,
there you go. Look like who's that fan? Yeah.
The Fonz or
Fonz.
Or
Van Zant in Sopranos.
Yeah.
Elvis.
Elvis.
Elvis. I could do the Elvis thing. Funny thing is, I noticed that because I comb my hair every day and brush it out. I've noticed that I mean, you know, I comb it a few times, and then I go back to comb it again, and my comb's got hair in it. Like, where the hell is all? And I'm looking up, like, okay, it is getting a little thinner up there on top,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But and it's long enough. I can do a bit of a comb over, and it's not bad. So
Yeah,
I could do some pigtails. Yeah, I could probably do a
there
couple.
you go.
You know, do the whole hippie long stocking things. You know, sticking
Yeah,
out like
there
that.
you go.
Yeah, no, I don't think I will, but I'll get it cut when I feel like it. You know.
I don't know. Asian women with pigtails, boy, that just gets me randy.
Thanks for sharing there, Art.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that had to do with anything. Yeah, Dom's like, oh God, here we go again. You know. See, I know, right?
Well, at
Well,
least I didn't say Natalie Schaefer. Yeah, ooh. Don't get me
Yes.
started on that.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, Mrs. Howell. I'm thinking, God, how bad did it have to be for those guys that had the hots
Yeah,
for her? Yeah, they choose her over
Well,
Marianne or Ginger.
I
yeah.
gotta say, I was watching Gilligan's Island the other day,
Uh-huh.
and they were doing this one where Thurston was being like a director on the
Right.
island, and they were
Oh
doing
yeah.
Cleopatra. And I gotta say, Mrs. Howell in that sort of Egyptian wig with the black hair, the bangs pinned
Uh-huh.
straight. Wow, holy crap, did she look good? I am not
Yeah,
kidding.
well, and she was young enough that, at that
Yeah.
time, I mean, they played older people, but she was
Yeah,
still, I mean, she was obviously older than Marianne, but she was, I mean, if the hairstyle and the way they had
Don?
her made up,
I know.
yeah.
don't talk about, yeah, I knew it had to been Don. He had to been that one person that had the
Yeah,
hots for Natalie Schaefer. So,
yeah,
and leave it to Don to be, you know,
yeah.
he probably liked Mrs. Cleaver too. So, Mrs. Howe, really? I'd have to see that. Yeah, yeah, and I remember that episode. I remember seeing that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
And I
the
forgot that she had done that. Now I'm going to have to go back and look for it just to see it. But yeah, so let's see. I'm trying to think what I have because I've watched a bunch of different things this weekend,
mhm.
and some of them have been good, and some of them have been like, really,
Mm.
and like there's an hour and a half of my time I'm never getting back.
Yeah,
And I don't have a lot of hour and a half to be wasting on things like that anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
good
gonna have
point.
to. I'm getting at that age. I'm gonna have to be a lot more selective on shit because I just
yeah,
don't
there
want to
you
waste those hours. But
Yeah, you don't want to be watching a 3-hour movie.
right,
yeah,
yeah, especially if and that's the thing. You get into a movie and it's almost like it sucks, but you got to watch the end of it thinking,
Yeah, I know.
well,
I've been
I've
there, done that.
invested this much time. I might as well see it through so I can bitch about it in completion.
Yeah,
right.
then you got something to talk about.
Did you watch Section 31?
No, I haven't yet. I forgot about it. To
Ah,
be honest
okay.
with you.
We were
Yeah,
talking about it on
right.
Bill's
Yeah,
show the other night.
Hi,
Yeah.
Ray.
yeah, and I completely forgot. Hello, Captain Ray.
Hey,
How you
Ray,
doing?
Captain Ray's here.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah. It brought back some old aliens. It was like, whoa.
Mm. Yes.
And old aliens from the original
Original
series
series. Yeah.
and from the first Star Trek movie.
Hello, Lee.
Oh, hey, Lee.
Lee
Hello,
Weesing.
Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate you guys up. And don't forget, in case I forget to tell you, and I'm sure most of you already know it, but at the top of the hour is the Drone Nation, and
Drone Nation.
they will have all the rumors and leaks and anything you want to know about drones, because you won't get that kind of crap here because
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
I am part of the drone community, but I'm not necessarily a big droner. I mean, I fly
Right.
my drone when I feel like it, but
Mhm. He's more of a big droner.
I'm more of a groaner than a droner. That's right.
Droner than a droner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoy all of my friends in the drone community. That's the thing.
Yes.
Because there are some really wonderful people out there.
Mm.
Yep, there are.
B2B. Speaking of leaks, B2B. Anyways, gentlemen, I'm out of here. I got to get a steak on. It was great to see y'all. Take care. All right, Eric.
See you later.
All right, Eric.
Yeah. You take care and enjoy your steak. But yeah, so let's see. Talked about my cameras.
Cameras.
Yeah. What else?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's something. These use lithium ion batteries, double A's, but they're not rechargeable.
Oh,
Yep.
Hey, Justin.
wow.
They're not.
They're one and done. Unless they last all the time. Hey, we got Digital Demon Gaming.
Yeah,
That'd
that's Justin.
be Justin.
Yes, my Colombian coffee will not go up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they use a non-rechargeable lithium. I didn't know they made those.
I
I just
didn't either.
assumed all the lithium batteries were rechargeable, but they're not. But they also are supposed to last under normal use of the camera. They should last up to 2 years.
Nice.
So, and
There you
I've
go.
got some. I've actually got some rechargeables that I picked up for. Actually, I picked them up for my controllers for my Oculus headset or my MetaQuest 3. And so I didn't have to keep replacing batteries. And I haven't changed the batteries in those yet. So
We've got Eat More Possum.
All right, Brent.
That'd be
Brent.
Brent.
yeah, Brent said DJI. I'll put that up. That's funny.
Yeah, why don't you?
DJI needs new server hamsters. He's growing a Lloyd length beard, waiting for the firmware to download for the N3 goggles and the O4 air unit.
There you go.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah, and that's something I got to do too. Is before I go down there, I've got to update all of my drones.
Yeah, do all that.
I'm just taking the Avata 2.
There you go. Yeah, that's a fun little drone. Easy to carry.
Yeah. And yeah, I've got a case that I can carry it in and just keep it with me. And I'll probably take that. And I'll probably, because I have to pay extra for a checked bag, and I'm not sure how much that is, like $30, which I think is ridiculous. But I got a good enough carry on that I can put in the overhead, and it's got wheels on it, and I can still carry my laptop bag as my personal item. So
there you go.
I can pack a lot of crap in that thing, So, but yeah, so because I'll either bring my laptop or I'll bring my tablet. I'm not sure which. I may bring my laptop with me.
Yeah.
Because I've got a good laptop here, and it gives me more options than what my tablet does.
Yeah, and when you go to do your live stream there, that'll be a much better choice than a tablet.
Yeah, it will. Although I'll probably bring my camera too. Yeah. And I won't bring my mic. Yeah. I could bring it and put it on the stand, but it's just like, no, I may not bring the cameras either. I may just use what's the laptop set up because
the laptop camera. There you go.
Yeah, it's got a pretty good
Alienware, it'll have a good camera on it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let me see.
We got Dusty, East Coast Drill, and we got Bill, Coast Drones.
Yeah. Oh, okay, there's my camera from my laptop.
So
that's it, and I don't have it adjusted. That's just the camera from my laptop. So,
Mhm.
and then this is my, uh, yeah, this is my camera from my, a little bit different. It's just, I have it, this adjusted better, and,
Mhm.
I can go in and adjust that camera too, and probably clean it up. But,
Hmm.
yeah, so, because this is a 4K camera, and I think this at best is a 2.5K.
Right.
Yeah. Now I discovered something because I have had this hooked up using the Ethernet when I went to the fiber optic, and
Uh-huh.
I wasn't getting the download speeds and that I
Mhm.
thought, but I thought, okay, I'm getting pretty good, but I'm still not getting what I was supposed to get. But
Uh-huh.
my upload speeds were never over 1 gig.
Huh.
Well, I started looking. I had this little thing come up, and it's called Killer Ethernet something or another. I started looking at this Alienware does not have a 5 gig Ethernet. The best it does is 2.4.
Ooh.
And my downloads was coming in at 2.4, 2.5, which is, but my uploads was never getting over 1 gig because it's that 2500 slash 10 slash whatever, and the way they
Right.
do it. And so it would never get faster than that. So I'm getting better upload speeds, which for this is good because I'm getting, and I'm going to go ahead and keep the higher speed because I've got enough different things logged into it that shares it. Uh, so yeah, even though this is brand new, there's still a lot of computers that don't have a 5 gig fiber optic, and those guys are paying for the 10 gig, you know,
Yeah.
uh,
Also, get a Cat 8
I've
cable.
got Cat 8. That was the thing. I had
Okay.
Cat 8 cable run to it. I got Cat
Mhm.
8 cable coming from the box on the wall right to and to the modem, and then from the modem going to uh the router. So,
Right.
I've got uh I've got Cat 8 cable, but that's not going to make any difference if
Right.
your Ethernet will only support 2.5 with 1 gig up.
I might have to check on my machine, see what it is. It's
Yeah, because
since mine's a PC, it may do a higher.
well, mine's a
Uh,
PC as well. Well, mine's a laptop, but
yours is a laptop, so might be a difference. I'll find
yeah,
out what the Ethernet is on
yeah,
there because I
but
I just ordered a 30-foot.
yeah,
Well,
Cat 8 is really not. I went with Cat 8 just simply because I wanted the faster data transfers, but it's not doing me any good. I've got 50
30.
foot of Cat 8 here that's not even plugged in right now.
mm-hmm,
Uh, but I do have the Cat 8 because the distance from my modem to my router, I wanted to have, that's what the Cat 8 was good for. I could have gone with Cat 7, I guess, because
mm-hmm,
because I'm going, because where my box comes into the wall, and right there is where my
mm-hmm,
modem is at, right next to it. So and I had to run it about 20 foot to where I wanted my router at. So over 10 foot, it makes a difference, when you get to 20
mm-hmm.
foot, you know. But in the end, it didn't make any difference anyways because uh, I'm using Wi-Fi. But I'm getting far better upload speeds than I was using the Ethernet, which was
Well,
the problem that bothered me because when you're doing live streaming, upload is as important as download. So,
yeah, that's right.
and
Mm-hmm,
I just got to figure out I know what's causing the problem with the Stream Deck. I just don't know why it's causing it, and it's called
mm-hmm.
voice mod, and it's part of the Stream Deck setup, by Elgato.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Right.
And every other time it shuts my volume off. It's showing that it's playing, but I cannot hear it.
Ah,
It just kills my speakers. Uh, Even
wow.
though it shows, it's registering, it shows it's playing back and all of that stuff, but it's not coming through. So I got to figure out what that is that's doing that. So
Mm.
that's what the problem was tonight is, uh, because there's a lot of things I can do, and I can use it in StreamYard that I can do with this Stream Deck Plus.
Right.
And when it works right, it works really well. But when it doesn't work, it just,
Yeah,
that may
it's
be
a
where some of the
dog.
hair's coming off on my. Oh, I thought I heard something. But anyways, but yeah, so that's, that's one of the things I've got to work out. Is why it keeps blanking out my speakers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got them selected. Everything there says I can
Right.
turn the volume, but it's just not. It's not playing. So I'll figure it out eventually. But let's see. What other exciting things have happened?
Let's see. Well, I know the Falcon Heavy launched
Right.
and burned up, and well, they did a controlled demolition because it
A
was
controlled demolition. Yeah.
because it was leaking propellant, and
Okay.
they didn't want it blowing up because it was low enough in the atmosphere that it would affect air traffic.
Okay.
Yeah, but the booster made it.
Okay.
Great
Jody's over
plan.
100 feet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. I may switch back to Cat 6. So yeah. There's something else I was going to mention too. Shit. I forgot again. It was,
Yeah, see when you're tired.
oh, I know what it was.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed in yesterday's game with Kansas City.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was hoping the Bills would, but
I was.
they were like within
But 3
three.
points.
Yeah.
They only lost by
Which-
3 points. So,
Mhm.
but it was
I
still disappointing.
I had to leave at just after halftime because, well, it was time for bed. So, yeah, I watched the last.
Fell asleep for part of it.
I watched the last few minutes of the Eagles game, and boy, they just blew out the Commanders.
Yeah, I was on with Paul Murray, and we were all
Yeah.
talking about the Eagles game, and I couldn't watch it, so I had to go back later and find it and watch the highlights.
Yep.
But I
So
will be
it's,
watching. I say I'll be watching the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Yeah.
I may or may not.
Yep.
Oop,
Oh,
I heard somebody pop
somebody's
in.
here.
Yes. I know who that is. Hello, Don.
Hi, kids.
So you're sitting in the dark?
I'm in the truck.
Oh, you're in. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Looking for my headphones so I can actually get a good speaker.
Okay.
Oh, where the hell did I just lost you? I just
Yeah.
the window.
You lost everything there.
Find somewhere. Yeah.
There you are.
Oh, there it is.
All right, you can kind of see me there. Let me see if
Yeah.
headphones pick up here.
Okay. Can you hear us?
Well, you gotta give it a second.
Okay.
See if it connects.
Yeah.
Not sometimes it'll connect when I don't want it to. Sometimes they connect when I do
Yeah.
want it, or they don't connect when I do want it to. So, all right, why are you giving Mrs. Howell such a bad rap?
Well,
She looked good, and you guys are no spring chickens yourselves.
Well, yeah. But when I was watching her, I was a spring chicken. When it was before it went into reruns.
That's true. I guess I was too, but as I got older, I got to where I could recognize and appreciate.
Taste and Island Girls changed as I got older. I was like, she wasn't bad.
Yeah, I may have to go back and read that. So.
I mean, if you can knock off Thurston and make it look like an accident, you would have yourself a sugar mama.
This is true. Yeah.
Who isn't half bad. And I always go back to think about how soft her hands would be compared to Marianne's farm girl who's used to milking cows, and Marianne's cracking them coconuts open with her bare hands.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
must. She's got hands like a used ball mitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Ginger's hands would probably be pretty soft.
Yeah, but
doing work.
Yeah, but Ginger, I mean, I think she's been around.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, she's definitely. Well, I won't say she's been rode hard and put up wet, but you know.
No, but you want to get the lemons before all the juice has been squeezed, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna stand by Mrs. Howell being the underrated pick that nobody picks.
Yeah.
You know, and you're not the first one I've heard say that. I've heard other people say that too. So I'm probably going to have to go back and watch a couple of clips to see if I do need to reevaluate.
You've heard other people say that? I'm the first person I've ever heard say that.
No, I've heard a couple other people say that. You know, you really need to look at Mrs. Howell, and I'm going, no, I don't. She reminds me of my fourth grade school teacher.
See,
now, come to think of it, that's not a fair assessment.
Well, it started out as a joke back when I was younger, because they'd always have that who do you pick, and I would always be the one who was gonna throw a fly in the ointment, and I picked Mrs. Howell. But as I got older, I realized, Mrs. Howell is not a bad choice.
Yeah, because she's got money,
Even if she didn't have money, she was an attractive woman, and you wouldn't be fighting all the other guys there on the island for her.
Jim, just stop smoking crack, Donald.
And if all the other guys on the island are like Marianne Ginger, think how appreciative Lovey's going to be to you.
Oh yeah, she would definitely. Yeah, especially considering her husband was Thurston Howell the Third.
Thurston Howell the Third.
Yeah.
Oh, hello there.
He had a Guinness World Record at one time.
Who, Jim Bacchus?
Yeah, Jim Bacchus did. Yeah, for the most money paid per word as an actor. When he did the commercial for the wine company, Little Old Winemaker Me, he was paid like $1 million a word for it.
Wow.
And he went into Guinness Records as the most highly paid voice actor. Yeah. But yeah, and I always think because Little Old Winemaker Me sounded just like Mr. Magoo.
Well, yeah, it would.
Well, they are the same person.
Exactly. Yeah. But they were trying to. He changed it up just a little bit, but he made an outrageous amount of money for those, Little Old Winemaker Me, 5 or 6 words, whatever that was. 5 words. Yeah.
Well, it depends on if you count winemaker as a single hyphenated word.
2 words. Yeah.
1 word, I would say.
1 word, I would think. Yeah. So it's only 4 words. And he was paid, I think, over. I'm going to have to look it up now because it's been many years, and I'm sure it's been broken many times since. But at the time, it was considered ridiculous because he was still under contract doing the news, so he had to change up the intonations a little bit so it didn't quite sound like Mr. Magoo. Yeah, Jim Droney says, "F them all. They're trapped on an island." Yeah.
Yeah, but the premise is if you were stuck on the island with them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's not like Gilligan. He's sort of like a dog chasing cars. If he caught one, he wouldn't know what to do with it. So, come to think of it, that's a little bit like me.
Now, did you know if you go on Tubi right now, you can watch Dusty's Trails?
Mhm.
Okay.
Do you know what Dusty's Trails is?
Yeah, it's Gilligan's Island in the Old West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go on and watch that right now. And it is just as bad as you would expect.
It was. I remember it, and I saw that it was on Tubi. So it's like I started watching. I thought, no, I remember that was pretty horrendous. Except it didn't have the skipper. It had Alan Hale Jr. It had
Right. It replaced the entire cast with similar. So you had the heavyset wagon master, and you had the banker and his wife.
Yeah.
You had the dance hall girl.
Right.
And the farm girl.
Yeah.
And the professor was like, I want to say he was a school teacher or something.
Probably. Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Well, the guy that was the wagon master, he was the sergeant on F Troop, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
What's his name? Something Forrest.
Forrest Tucker.
Forrest Tucker. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was Forrest Tucker, if I remember right.
Well, Alan Hale Jr., he was in a ton of westerns before Gilligan's Island.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Well, he was in Hang 'em High.
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, his dad was Alan Hale Sr. He,
That explains the junior part.
yeah, I know, right. But anyways, his dad was in quite a few. He was in some movies with Errol Flynn. But when you look at it, you're thinking, wait a minute. That's the skipper. And then you realize, no, that's not quite the skipper. But they sound a lot alike, but they look just a little bit different. But he was in, I know he was in Captain Blood?
Yes, I think so.
Captain Blood, yeah, with Errol Flynn. One of my favorite movies. It's got Basil Rathbone and Errol Flynn. And...
I'm thinking I watched that just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well, I bought it. It was like, $5, $4.99. I could rent it for $3.99 or buy it for $4.99. So I bought it on Amazon, and I every so often I get in the mood. I'll watch it and Robin Hood back to back because oh my goodness, we've gone 3 minutes over.
I'm just gonna say
Don,
just like that.
you bailed us out.
I show up, and the show gets so exciting you forget about looking at the time.
Exactly.
That's it right there. You always show up to bail us out of the yawns.
I'm gonna take credit for it anyway.
Yeah, well, hey, we got through it. So with that said and done, I'm gonna thank all you fine people that stuck through all this. And I am going to end the stream now. Go over to watch Drone Nation and get all your drone info over there, because you damn sure ain't gonna get any good info here. Anyways, goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.